Hi, this is Ehkam Ansari. Welcome to this channel and welcome to yet another video of Advanced Web Designing series. In this particular video, I am going to discuss some advanced features of input tag and its attribute. To understand this session properly, I strongly recommend you to watch the previous video of this session. So, student, without wasting your time, let's start our development tool, that is Notepad, because we have to run all the programming on our application, that is Notepad. So, we will just start our computer. In computer, we will start our Notepad application. Just type on search bar, that is Notepad. So, you will get Notepad. On Notepad, as we already discussed in last video, the first line of your web application or HTML5, just you have to write not doc type. Okay, what is the doc type? You have to mention HTML. After that, we have to start our regular HTML language. That is, first tag of the HTML page will be HTML tag and the last tag will be HTML. This thing we have already discussed in our previous video, that HTML tag consists of n number of tags and the first tag of HTML page will be HTML and the last tag will be HTML. Between to's HTML and closing HTML, we have n number of other tag like head tag we have, and in the same way we have opening and closing head tag. Inside opening and closing head tag, we can mention some other tag like we can write title tag and closing title tag. Okay, so we have just added 4 and 5 tag and one more important tag, that is body tag. We have seen all these in standard 11 as well as we have seen in last video too. So don't worry regarding this tag, just save this file. How to save? Click on file, click on save. So it will save the file. It will ask where to save. We have a number of location in our computer, like we have D drive, E drive, G drive. We can save anywhere, but we can save on desktop, so easily accessible place, that is desktop. See, this is a desktop. First we have to assign some name, that is in last video we have seen first lecture, first page. Now we will take second page. You can take any second.html. In this line, second is a name of page and .html is a extension. When you click on save, minimize your code. Now see the output. I will just go to desktop because I have taken desktop. Double click on that file, so it will open your HTML page. See, right now I don't have anything on my web page because till now I have just taken the basic HTML tag, which are HTML head, title and different body tag. Now if you want to add some title to your page, just assign, that is your second page. Write down second page. Now again see the output, save it, flip back to your output page, that is your browser page. Just refresh the file. So now you will get your title, that is second page. What is the second page? Is your title. Still we don't have anything on our browser, on our web page, because whatever you write inside the body tag, it will display on your browser. So I'm going back my page. Inside the body tag, whatever you write, this thing we have already discussed, but those who are new, I just want to show you, whatever you write inside the body tag, it will display. Just for your understanding, I am again writing something, some text I have added, and I have just saved the file back to my browser. Just refresh the file, so you will get some non-meaning or meaningless word these are. But why? Because of we have inserted something inside the body tag. So back to your notepad file, this file we are going to add some input tag. As we have already know that input tag is a sub tag of form tag, so first we will take form tag and then closing form tag. Okay, before that I can add some tag like h2 h1 tag for a heading, that we are using form, I'm just going to add h2 tag. H2, that is a second level of heading. Use of form, you can write use of form, and input you can write, and input tag. Okay, so when you click on file, click on save, flip back to your browser and just refresh the file. Now you will get use of form and input. This line is coming because you have just added one more tag, that is h2 tag. This is a little board. Why? Because initially I have just typed the content and right now I am using h2 tag. That's why use of h2 tag means it will increase the size of your text or a little bold. Again, back to your notepad file. Now I am going to add some input tag. Like in previous session we have seen different input tag and its attribute. Like we have seen input type equal to text, we have seen input type equal to number, input type equal to date. This image I have already shown you in last lecture. That is what is a tag, what is the attribute, what is the value. Okay, I think you already understand. Now in today's lecture we will see input type equal to email. Okay, what is the use of email? For example, in certain web pages you have to enter your email, and you know why input type equal to email. Why not input type equal to, inside the input type equal to text you can take text, but sometimes text will add only number, text and characters, and sometimes symbol. But input type equal to email will take only email. Why email? Because email follows certain rules and regulation or certain standard. For example, if I say you have to enter contact number, so you cannot enter contact number in 5 digit, 4 digit, 2 digit, because contact number have certain rules and regulation given by the TRY, that is Telecom Regulator Authority. So contact number, mobile number must be in 10 digit. In the same way, if you are going to add certain email ID, so email ID have already certain rules and regulation which you have to follow. If you are going to add email ID, you have to have at least one dot and one at the rate symbol. So we have n numbers of rules and regulation. So before HTML5 we have to write certain codes or certain validation inside the HTML by using JavaScript, but HTML5 provide a rules or provide a facility which we can directly enter input type equal to email without any JavaScript code. In the same way, input type equal to password, we will learn what is the input type equal to password. Sometimes we have to insert password. As we know, password must be in the secure form or it's a private form. No one can see your password. So if you are going to add password, you cannot take input type equal to text, because input type equal to text, whatever you write, anyone can see or watch, and they can type your password. So input type will password will hide your password, or it will converted, or it will encrypted into hidden text, or no one can see or watch your password. In the same way, we will discuss input type equal to URL. What is URL? The full form of URL is a uniform resource locator. That's the address of your page. Okay, like your mobile, you have IMEI number, that is International Mobile Equipment Identity. It is the identity of your mobile. In the same way, we have different web pages or website that have certain address. That address is called as a URL, that is Uniform Resource Locator. So in that case, if you want to add any website address, and for example, if we are working in the KMS, so KMS URL is a kmssschooljc.org. Again, there is a dot and there is a org. So is URL also have certain specific rules and regulation like email. So if you want to enter any URL, you have to use URL, input type equal to URL. So we will see these things. Now back to our programming part, that is notepad. Now we will take one by one. For example, first I will take email. Okay, email ID you can write. Now I will write input type equals to email. Okay, just I have written input type equal to email. Click on save. Okay, back to your browser file to see the output. Okay, just refresh the page. You can refresh by using this tab, or you can simply click F5. Now see, you will get one text box. One box, not text box, one box. This box is coming by using input type equal to email. So I just want to increase the page size, or just want to zoom this so you can clearly see the page. Okay, and again I want to increase the size of the this page so you can clearly watch. Just 36. Okay, back to your browser. Now see, email id, where I enter some text. Okay, I have just entered some text, and when I back to from this box, open in some another browser, I have just copied this, and I'm going to open in Control V. Just run this program. Okay, if I type something, when I back, see, when I type GHGHD, there is a one pop-up message. Let me zoom the page. Okay, when I type something like that, when I come out from this page, see, you must enter a valid email address. This message is coming, you must enter a valid email address. Why? Because the text which I entered is not following the rules regulation. But if I write abc at the rate gmail.com, at the rate gmail.com, so no message. Okay, but instead of, if I remove that at, if I write gg, so again you will get some message. Okay student, see the message. I have inserted some text, that is hhdd, which doesn't include at the red symbol. See the message, please include, see the message, please include at a in the email address. Then something is written, means the text which I have entered is written, and saying the a at the red symbol is missing. So as you are using HTML, so HTML is used to create a static web page, but the advent of HTML5, you can create responsive web pages, means you don't require JavaScript for certain limit. Because in for example, in email ID you can easily write code for email ID, where if you miss at the red symbol, it will pop up a message like in this example. Okay, now back to your code, that is your HTML file. Now we are going to add one more thing. Okay, we have inserted email ID, this one. Now we get one box. Again I am going to add br tag. What is the use of br? You already know, that is, it will add one more line, or it will break the line, will add one blank line. So I am going to add password. So just before that I am going to write password. Okay, so I will take input type equal to text. For example, if I take input type equal to text, and I am going to save the file, back to your browser, refresh the file, it will add one more text box. But inside email ID, if you write ab, whatever you write, for example abc at the rate gmail.com, okay, it is correct email ID. Okay, if you write password, for example kms123. Okay, you have entered password as a kms, but password is showing. Okay, anyone can watch you, or anyone can thief your password. So password must be in hidden form, no one can thief your password. That's why input type equal to password given by the html. So instead of write input type equal to text, take input type equal to password. Okay, save the file, flip back to your browser, refresh the page. Now add something like abc, that is your at the rate gmail.com, that is your email id, and password, whatever you password it, right, it will be hidden, it will be secure, no one can see your password. So input type equal to password you have to take for the password. Last but not least of today's lecture, that is input type equal to url. Okay, your web address, you can write web address or you can write website. So input type equals to, you have to write url. Okay, give one more br tag, that is br for new line. If you want to take two black lines, just add one more br. This thing we have already discussed, that's why I'm not focusing more on these br tags. So click on save, flip back to your browser, refresh the page. Okay, now you will get one more additional line. Now inside the email id you can write abc whatever at the rate gmail.com. In password you can write anything. Okay, now inside website, for example if you write something like that, and when you back to your, it will show some message, please enter a url. See, the message is showing please enter a url. Means if you write kmes.com, back again you will see please enter a url. Okay, if you write www.kmes.com, again when you back to your text box, that is input type, again still it's showing please enter url. Why? Every url must start with the text http colon double slash, then I'm going to write actual address of kmes website, that is kmes school jc.org. Okay, what is the http? Hypertext transfer protocol. Okay, then colon, what is the kms? It's a name of our website. And what is the org? It's a domain name, that is an organization. Okay, so when you back from this box, now it will not show your message. See, because it's a correct url. Okay, so first we have seen what is the email id. In email id we have taken input type equal to text. Yes or no? No. In email ID, we have taken input type equal to email. So we can insert proper email ID. In password, we have taken input type equal to password. So we can write a hidden text no one can see. And in website, we have taken input type equal to URL. Okay. Now, in any form, we have to write or we have to take a button to send our data. So I will take input type equal to input type equal to submit. Okay, and in last session we have seen what is the use of value attribute. Value equal to whatever text you write inside the value attribute, it will shown on your button. So if I write input type equal to submit, value equal to send, so it will display something like that. save it, flip back to your browser, refresh the page. Now we have added one button, that is send button. Why it's showing send? Because inside the value attribute of input type equal to submit, I have taken send as a value, so it will display as a send. Okay, now in last session we have already seen something called attributes of form. You can assign some name. You can write f1, that is a form name. You can assign any name. Then we have seen some action. I think you remember what is the use of action attribute in form. Okay, what is the use? I am writing kms.php, means the content of the form will be transferred on that kmes.php page. What is the action attribute? Action attribute, we have already seen, action attribute is used to send the data of the form to the specific location. Which specific location? On that kmes.php page. This is the location, this is the place where the data of this form will send. And we have one more attribute we have already seen, that is a method. Okay, method equal to, we have a get method and we have post method. If you write get method, the data of the form will be shown on URL, and if you use post method, the data will directly posted or send it to kms.php page. So the secure method is a post method, and by using post method you can set a number of the data. But if you are using method equal to get, you can only send 255 character. Okay, now I think we should stop there. Okay, so if you have any query regarding input tag, in coming video we will see some new features or new attribute of input tag. And if you have any query, please post comment, please fire queries below this video. Inshallah we will respond back with your answer, with your question. Thank you for watching this video. Keep learning, stay tuned with this channel. Many things to come